Heyo, everyone. It's your favorite hosts slash deep thinkers, Meg and Fran, for another episode of Extra Deep Convos.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And today it's our rant edition. So it's exactly what it sounds like. We've come up with a list of 2-3 things that really bug us, from the trivial to the major. We don't know what we're going to start with because I'm going to randomly pick and we're going to go on about it. We're going to fucking rant about it for like 5 minutes or however long it takes until the other person just stops us because we're going on and on. Yeah, right. Are you ready, Meg? Do you have any questions before we start?
No, I think that's pretty good intro.
I thought you were gonna say this is pretty, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm just gonna go. Okay, me. Okay, so it landed on people on the street walking towards me, not giving me wide berth when there's room on both sides of me.
Oh my gosh, that's Korea in general, but go ahead.
Well, that's New York in general, but I'm talking specifically like it's pandemic times now. Like you're supposed to at least give me like 6 feet apart of space. And we're already out of space in New York. Like if there's room, any room on both sides of me, don't walk towards, you see me walking, your eyeballs are making air contact with my eyeballs. Like you can see.
This is a true rant, guys.
And I'm like I'm looking at them. I'm like, I'm walking, and then they like just keep, and I'm even like inching. I'm waiting for them to inch the other way, and they don't. They go like just directly to my shoulder that's the closest to them, and like brush almost against me, like breathe on me, because usually those people don't wear masks either. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is it's hard to like just go to the side? There's literally no one on the side. Like just go to this fucking side. Like I know you miss old New York where you could just bump into people, but there's why would you when there's not 10 million people on the streets?
Aw, just let it out.
Okay, next one.
That's a good one.
People not closing cabinets, doors, etc. Cough, mo.
Okay. Well, it's not like he listens to these anyway, so we're safe. Yeah. So this is not just my husband, but like I know there's like a class of people out there who just cannot close stuff behind them, and by stuff I mean anything that has the ability to open or slide open. So whether that be a closet, a cabinet, a door, a window. This particular group of people, maybe it's in their genes or it's genetics. I really want science to research this further after the pandemic, of course, because I'm interested. Is this like a genetic thing?
I want to know as well.
Because
it bugs me.
Like there are these people and they just cannot.
And even when you tell them, right?
Yeah, after I tell them, and even like if they're sincerely sorry, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like it doesn't change. So these people like just open stuff and they don't close it. So like if you imagine cooking in the kitchen with my husband, right? Can you imagine what that experience is like? Like literally, if I wasn't there, you would come back and every single cabinet would be open, the fridge would be open, and like the pantry.
That would drive me nuts.
So it's a pet peeve just because like, well, I do like things clean and orderly, but like it's just another level though of like cabinets. That's just like another level. And yeah, like in Korea, I would come home and it was just like, I felt like I was walking into like a disaster zone. It felt like a tornado had blown in, because literally that's what a tornado does. That's what wind does, is blow things open and doesn't close it.
And you're just like, I'm just going to be living with this tornado.
Yeah. And I'm just like, wow, this is like the last thing that I wanted to come home to after a long day of work.
Yeah. Is it, you can't fix it?
No, I told him about it and he is making an effort, but it really is. And that's why I want science to pursue this. Like it really is something that is just not a part of his psyche.
Yeah. No, I know someone who does that too. So, and they don't, I've told them a lot and they still do it. So
yeah, I don't know
today. So
it's a mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery. I would want to know too. I hope they put that under research after the vaccine.
Yeah. After the vaccine.
Okay, I'm just gonna randomly pick because I don't want to do. Shower heads. Shower head struggles. Okay, so here's the deal, okay?
Ew.
We have two shower heads. There's the lower one, and there's the higher one, and they're both adjustable, but the higher one aims right directly on your body. So the moment you turn on the shower, the water goes directly on you. And you know what I mean, right? Like when you turn on the shower, you don't want it to go right on your body because you're like, like it's a shock and you're like just woke up and you don't want it to be right on you. And I do that, like whenever I'm done taking a shower, I put it back to I never change the shower head for one. I always put it on the lower one. And I also make sure it's not, so there's two settings for the each shower head. There's like a normal one. There's like a hard one. There's like a so I never use that. But if I do, I always put it back to the lower one and I put it down so that it aims down and doesn't go on your face when you get right into there. And I always I'm cognizant of other people. But you know when a certain person was the last person who used it, because whenever I go in there like half like awake, and my eyelids are like barely open, and I turn on the shower, and it's like the top one and it's the hard one. It's like, and I'm like, and it's like, what the like? Can you not put it back to the like? Can you just at least aim it down? Like just aim it down. Is it so hard? Just fucking aim the shower head down. I'm sorry. He or she might start listening to this, but like maybe they need to hear it, you know? Like maybe they need to put the shower fucking head down. Because it really is a rude awakening in the morning, you know? Like you don't want to be fiddling with knobs before you can even take a nice shower.
Can I like do a quick add-on to that? Because of this is also targeted towards Mo, who won't hear this because he doesn't listen to our podcast. So in Korea, the way the bathrooms are, this is like all Korean bathrooms, is it's not like, you know how in America and most Western countries, the bathtub / shower is separated from the rest of the bathroom, right? There's a division. In Korea, it's all together. So the sink and the toilet and the shower, they're all in the same room together. So if you want to take a shower, everything is going to get wet. That's just like an acceptance. So how it is like you have your sink tap, and if you want to take a shower, you turn a knob, which then redirects that water to the shower head. Okay. So you can probably guess where I'm heading here now.
Oh, no.
I always, after I take a shower, I turn the knob so that it goes back to the sink so that whoever like uses the sink next, the shower is not going to come on. Okay. I always do that because I am cognizant that I'm living with my husband. He like, maybe it's like something that's not in his psyche or whatever. I even put a sign. I even put a sign in the mirror, like a little sign that's like, please turn it back to the sink head. Nope. There have been times where I'm like dressed for work and I just want to wash my hands really quick. Like a quick douse of water.
That's even worse.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
If you live in Korea or any Asian, I think a lot of most Asian countries are like this, I'm assuming. Yeah. Please be mindful of the whole like switchy from the shower to the sink.
Oh my God, that's so inconvenient. But also like, yeah, be extra mindful if that's the thing. But just in general, if you're living with other people, can you just be mindful? It's really...
like here's a good self-reflection question to ask yourself. Is this in the proper state for the next person who uses this after me? Yeah, whether that be the kitchen. If someone wants to cook after me, is everything in the right state? Yeah. Are all the pots and pans they want to use ready to go? Is the sink ready to go? If someone is going to step into the bathroom, is this in the proper state for them to use it?
Yeah.
Right?
I think your psyche theory is right, though. I think some people, no matter how many times you tell them, they just don't know how to put that into their brain holes or their brain crevices. It doesn't get into there. So at a certain point, you're just like fucking. So every morning now, I like have to check. I check like, oh, is this here? This is here. Okay, I'm safe. But there's a couple times I forget, and of course, a couple times I forget to check. It's in the other setting. So it's like I have to do all the work. You know, the person who's most cognizant of everyone else has to do the work, like you, like me. Yeah. Anyway. It's
a little tag on.
Tag on. Peeps privilege during quarantine. It's kind of related to mine.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually share my screen so people who are watching can read along. So it's this.
Oh, wow. Extra.
Yeah. I'm getting really fancy, guys.
Extra.
Okay. So I saw this Twitter post from this doctor yesterday, and I was like, amen, praise,
Wait, read
preach.
it out loud.
Yeah. So she said, not wearing a mask is a sign of your privilege. It means that even in a pandemic with thousands of people dying, you have not been touched by the sorrow. Trust me, if you had actually seen COVID-19 in action, ravaging the human body, you'd be wearing the damn mask. Oh, and I'm like, yes, that is so true.
That's
and
so
like,
powerful.
I want to speak personally to that. So yesterday was Eid, as I said before, and it was like a day of celebration. So Mo and I went to Salt Lake and just to hang out. We went to this park, which is beautiful. But then I noticed that like along with that beauty was a lot of people gathering together, which because it was a big park, like there's a lot of space to social distance, which is fine. But there was like one cluster in particular of like people in a drum circle and like dancing together, and they were just so close together, and none of them are wearing masks. And just in the whole park in general, I didn't really see a lot of people wearing masks, like me and like a couple other people. And it was just like, dude, I understand like being cooped up at home, you want to go outside and get some fresh air. Fine. I'm a big like advocate of going to the park too, if there is that space to social distance. But if you know you're going to go somewhere where a lot of people can access it, like a public space, wear your mask.
Yeah.
Like it's the very, very least you can do. And it's like not like it's just
It's
like
such an individualistic way of thinking.
yeah.
It's a very
Exactly. It's like, oh, it's
thinking.
not comfortable. Well, what about death? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Right.
Like,
and it's not just death, your death, it's other people's
yeah.
death.
So that was just like really sad to me. Like it was nice
Yeah.
to see like people getting together and like finding ways to be at the park together and I don't know, play sports together. I think that's fine. Like if it's your family or friends and you can still social distance, but wear your mask. I mean,
Yeah. Like honestly the least you can do. It's not that hard. It's like it's not like we're asking you to do fucking 100 push-ups. Like just wear a mask. It's not difficult.
And that's why I like the Twitter quote because it really is a sign of privilege.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's happened to you, like you really are like not thinking.
But that's the thing that's missing is the empathy. It's like even if it hasn't happened to you, imagine
exactly
someone who it's happened to. Just imagine, just use your noggin. Again, back to brain holes. Just use your fucking noggin and just use it.
Use your brain holes, guys.
I mean, they have holes in their brain. That's why they're not thinking. But can you put her handle in the chat or actually
yeah.
Whenever. I mean, I'm going to put it in the description below.
Yeah, people. I really, really love it. Like she just basically
fucking
summed it up.
Standing ovation there. Okay, we're at our last one. And I feel very strongly about this, but I'm not going to go on for too long because I can go on this for hours. Basically, what I said was people always inserting how they know more than you in a casual conversation, usually with phrases that start with either a defensive, I know, or they insert a random fact about something that was said in the convo that does not actually relate to anything, or no one cares about that random fact, or someone says a fact they're doing you a favor to increase your knowledge, even though you already know about it because that's part of your lifestyle. So an example is like, I'm a vegan. And you don't know how many times. Okay, I've been a vegan for over 4 years. Over 4 years. Just let that sink in your brains, everyone. And then these people, they know I've been a vegan for a long time. They think they're doing me a favor. Like we're talking, and I'm talking about like, oh yeah, like my food, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, dude, like, you know what would make that really good? Just add nutritional yeast. Or they're like, you know what's a good source of protein? Like there's different kinds of nut, but there's actually even like chia seeds also actually have protein. Do you know that? And I'm just like, yes. I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for 4 years. And they're like, you can see their eyes are like, I'm doing her a favor. Like, look at this. Look at me. Yeah, nutritional yeast, baby. That's what you need. And I'm like, thank you. Mind blown. Okay, that's one.
So funny.
Here's another example. It's like, so we're just, we're coworkers. We're just working. And then they're like they're struggling with something. And I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Oh, you know what? Like, why don't you email so-and-so? I think he has the file that you're looking for. I think he might have it, or he might know where to get it. And then that person goes, I know I've been doing this for this so and so years, or like I know like it's my job, and it's like, just say I know. Just say I know in a polite way. Just be like, oh yeah, actually I thought of that already. Instead of going, I know. Like, no one's insulting your intelligence. I'm literally, did you get that I'm trying to help you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't you? I know a couple people like that. They're like, every time you try to help them, they have this like, so they come across as very confident. They're like, yeah, they literally say this, like, I'm awesome. And I'm like, that's so admirable. Like, I actually admire people like that. But then but the shadow side of that, the shadow side of being that confident is that when someone else tries to help you, you think that they're insulting your power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually, their confidence is so high to the point that it's actually a symptom of their insecurity, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So inner confidence is great to the point where it's like actually because you worked on yourself and you really like value your own power. But if it's a result of like, oh, I have to prove myself because otherwise people are going to be like, oh, she's stupid, which is like, I know that's a thing you need to work through with your therapist or whatever. But like, if someone's honestly just trying to help you, don't be like, I know. Yeah. Like, I've been doing this for so and so years. I'm just like, okay, thanks. Like, I'm just trying to help out a sister here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this comes in all forms, shapes and forms, but those
Those
are
are good.
examples. It drives me nuts because it happens to me all the time. I'm not even gonna go into the other ones because I can go on this for an hour. I'm not even kidding you. I should keep a log. I should actually like
Yeah, you should.
record. Yeah, I should record like sound snippets of people. I mean, that's illegal. That's illegal, but like,
That is illegal.
no, I'm gonna record sound snippets of them and then reenact it with my own voice. Like reenact.
Mhm.
I'm gonna act like them. So like and then I'll play it. So it sounds like they're saying it, but it's actually my voice, so it's not illegal. I think that's a good idea, right?
That's like so complex.
Okay, I think that wraps up. Do you like how we concluded?
Yeah, I think that was really good. That was a good episode.
Do you No, I'm being sarcastic, as in like we concluded.
No, I'm serious though. I really liked it. Maybe like that's my standards of a good conclusion.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. If any of y'all have any pet peeves, big or small, I'm probably annoyed. I think I'm more annoyed than Meg about things because she's very zen right now. But
yeah,
she's very happy and smiley.
Even when I'm annoyed about something, I'm like,
yeah, she was smiling the entire time, and I'm just fucking heated right now. Like my pits are sweating.
Oh no.
My pits are sweating. My hair is.
There's a lot of sponsors we can get on our podcast for those issues.
I know. I'm gonna look for them.
Natural deodorants and function of beauty hair.
Oh yeah. Oh, coconut oil people.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, can we talk about that offline? Okay, everyone. If you have any pet peeves, please hit us up on Instagram at Deep Convos Pod or email us deepconvospodcast@gmail.com. And till next time. Bye.
Bye.